I've got not one, but two new teases for Mortal Kombat content and projects, so let's get to it. So the first we're going to talk about is one from our lovely 4chan, and it's from our lovely Anonymous, guys. We love Anonymous, whoever he or she or it may be. Now, this is very, kind of small, straight to the point, but it basically teases a new game collection that we could possibly see from NetherRealm Studios. So it's titled Mortal Kombat Midway Collection. And it says, I wanted to share today some information I had gotten from a friend of mine. Coming this fall, WB will be dropping the Midway Collection containing the following games: Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance, Mortal Kombat Deception, Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks, Mortal Kombat Special Forces, save your comments for down below, and Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. Not Sub-Zero, guys, Sub-Zero. It will be priced at $70 with each game having upgraded and remastered texture powered by NVIDIA, online support, and ray tracing support on select titles. Coming in October along with an update for Mortal Kombat 1. So we have the Mortal Kombat Midway Collection. Now, this is very similar to a leak or tease that I covered in a previous video from way back in July of 2021 about a Mortal Kombat Classic Arcade Collection that could possibly be released in anticipation of Mortal Kombat's 30th anniversary. And if you're new to the channel, guys, yeah, you heard me right. I've been covering Mortal Kombat content for a while now, just in case you didn't know. A little tidbit of information. So that collection would have included the original Mortal Kombat, Mortal Kombat 2, Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, and Mortal Kombat 4. It did not come to fruition. That did not happen, although we had some nice cover art that was, conceptualized and stuff like that, but that didn't actually happen. So, there was that. Now, even further back than that, in September of 2020, I covered tweets from Ed Boon teasing the possibility of a sequel or game being remastered, and Shaolin Monks fit those clues. Again, nothing came about it. It didn't happen. But these things have been circling around for well over 4 years now, actually. So, we kind of go back and forth. Now, it did get me thinking, if this were to be true, right? Because everything about this is always with a grain of salt, guys. Could this be true? Would this be a response from WB Games and NetherRealm Studios as an answer to Capcom's recent announcement of the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection? That made a lot of headlines. A lot of players were really happy. A lot of YouTubers were happy. So it's very well that, NetherRealm Studios wants to get in the mix. And I guarantee you if they released a remastered version of all these classic Mortal Kombat games, players and fans would be happy and it would make headlines as well. Now, what do I ultimately think? It's not going to happen. Again, these are all taken with a grain of salt. We always like to talk about leaks for good discussion, guys. The fact that this leak mentions the games will be, quote, upgraded and remastered textured powered by NVIDIA, have, quote, online support and ray tracing support on titles, just to me. With the way WB Games is handling Multiversus and Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League, and their potential push to kind of go to more service-based games where they can actually have like in-game monetization going on, I don't understand why they would release this kind of game right now when their main cash cow is the Mortal Kombat 1 that we have right now. Also, we haven't even had the 1-year anniversary for Mortal Kombat, and I know it mentions in the leak that it happened in October, which happened after the 1-year anniversary, but usually these games are supported for 2 to 3 years, so why would you cannibalize sales of your current game when potentially we could get a re-release with part 2 of this game in the fall with this title? It just doesn't really make a lot of business sense to me in that sense. Now, what I would think would happen is if we were to get this game, it would happen during, well, it could happen one of two ways. Either it will happen now because of what I said, if they're going to do it to kind of counter, counter content, the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection. But I really think if they're going to do it, it's going to be in between NetherRealm Studios titles. So between this one and the next Mortal Kombat game, or this and the next Injustice game, or whatever the next title may be, that's when they would just kind of throw this out there for players to kind of get them by until the next big game happens. So what do you think about this leaks or tease? Do you think there's any merit to it? Do you want to see a midway collection of all the games I listed? Let me know in the comments down below. Moving on, let's talk about a scooper by the name of the V Scooper on Twitter who released a rumor, per se, saying, take it cautiously, it's too early, but it's what I've been hearing. NetherRealm is reporting exploring an action-adventure mode or spin-off for one of its titles. Most likely for Mortal Kombat, but Injustice might not be too far behind. We'll see how it plays out. Now, my thoughts on this. Again, we've talked about this before. An action-adventure mode, such as something similar to Conquest mode. This has been teased so many times in the past that I don't know if Ed Boon and NetherRealm Studios would actually do this. They already kind of have Invasions, right? Which I know isn't exactly an RPG, but it's very similar to what Conquest mode is, right? So I don't know if they're really going to go through with this. I don't know if they're really going to do it. I know a lot of people would enjoy a truly remastered open world experience. I think a lot of people enjoy Invasions. I think if they just made it more RPG-like and didn't have this kind of weird, like, you know, from point to point to point, to just let us free roam, like they did in the Crypt, kind of the same kind of thing, I think we would really enjoy that. I just kind of, in a future video I'm going to do, talk about comparison between Dragon Ball Sparking Zero, a feature from that game, compared to Mortal Kombat 1. But again, a lot of people like that kind of game too because it's more of an open world experience, even though it follows a story. So if that's what fans want, maybe that's what we'll get. We'll have to wait and see. But I don't know if we're going to have like another mode added to Mortal Kombat 1. It just doesn't seem very likely. Now, in saying that, the other part, the spin-off, could we get a spin-off and could it be Shaolin Monks 2, or maybe a game focused on Sub-Zero and Scorpion, you know, based off the Lin Kuei and their history and stuff like that. Not so much maybe like a Mythologies 2.0 kind of. I kind of think that's more of where they would go, like a side story. I think a lot of fans really enjoyed Shaolin Monks. I mean, one of the top performing videos on my channel has to do with Shaolin Monks Remastered. I think a lot of people want to see those kind of games brought back, either in a sequel or remastered. So why not give fans what they want? Why not offer them that kind of a game? I think there are a lot of more characters now in the catalog that you could do spin-off stories for. I know a lot of people don't enjoy Special Forces, but you could still kind of go down that, you know, the Cage family, Sonya Blade, Jax, and Briggs, all that. You can go down that if you want to again. But I think there's a lot of other characters too. I think there's characters that we haven't really got to really explore, you know, in the Chaos and Order realm. I really would wish we could explore more of that, or maybe even give us more of a prequel before Mortal, you know, before all that, where we can see some of these characters in their earlier stages of life. You know, I think that'd be kind of cool to see play out as a spin-off. So let me know in the comments below what you think about as far as a new action adventure mode or a spin-off coming from NetherRealm Studios for the Mortal Kombat or Mortal Kombat 1 franchise. I'll leave your thoughts in the comments down below. That's it for this video, guys. Enjoy that like button. For more, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time on the Mashup.